From the Crush Studio in sunny Florida, this is the Disney Crush Podcast. And now your two tempests in a teacup, Dave and Toni-Ann.
On last week's podcast, Glenn and Rebecca, we had a trip report with them. We're going to have a trip report with Toni-Ann, the sensei, this week. She went to Disney last week for a few days, and we're going to hear all about it on episode 418 of the Disney Crush Podcast.
Hi, thank you for having me, David.
I'm glad you could make it.
Yeah.
You could jump on the podcast with us. I mean,
yeah.
You just got back from Disney a couple hours.
Yeah. I got back around 2:15, and it's 5 now.
So this is going to be all new and fresh.
I had time to smooch Rich and come talk to you.
Okay, well, you keep the smooching to yourself. We don't want to.
So I'm going to spoiler alert here before we can start. I did not go inside one park.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
No, not blocked out. Had every intention of going to Zootopia, going to Hollywood Studios, because Hollywood Studios, I'm gonna share this right now. The Christmas decorations are up inside the parks, and in Hollywood Studios, they've added a Christmas display, like a little Christmas segment to Walt's One Man's Dream, the museum, museum there in Hollywood Studios. It's a Christmas one, so it has props and costumes from the Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen and the Muppet Christmas Carol. It has costumes and props, I think, from there. So if you're going to be at Disney sometime in the Christmas season, I think it's definitely worth going and checking out if that interests you, if that kind of thing interests you. But it interests me, and I wanted to go, but just never made it. We just, I've been a little exhausted. I've had some medical issues going on, and so I didn't want to overexert myself. So we were going to go to Hollywood Studios after dinner on Friday, and it was getting late, and I was like, I think I need to just go back to the room. And then yesterday, kind of same thing happened. I'll tell you about it. I just didn't want to overexert myself because I don't want to wind up back in the hospital. So
well, yeah. Well, you seem to like that place a lot. So
no, I don't. I don't like the hospital one bit. So
you did get to see some Christmas decor.
Well, I didn't. Like I said, I didn't go into any of the parks, and the decor in the resorts was not up yet. Now, Disney had released something a few weeks ago saying that by November 14th they would have the gingerbread displays up and stuff, but they did not. There was not a lick of decorations in the resorts that I was at.
I've heard that from online. Now, you didn't on the monorail or anything, or in your travels, you didn't get to see any kind of decorations in the parks?
We were at the Grand Floridian for a good while on Friday when I arrived. We went to the Perch. We went to the new Perch. It was really nice. We had bar seats, and that was interesting because we got a first-hand look at what was going on behind the bar, and it was crazy. They were not prepared for the crowds. The manager there was, talking to us. Rebecca and Jen Pulliam were with me. They had arrived at the Perch when it opened. They rope dropped it at noon. I got there around 1:30. We were there till 4.
Oh my gosh. So there's no time limit then, evidently.
Not right now, but they were slammed. And so we got to talking to the staff and the manager because we were there a while. The manager said that Disney had prepared for 1/5 of the business that they're getting right now, which I think is really silly on Disney's part because they have to know that the trend is it's a lot more adults coming to Disney now. It's, they know about the day drinkers group. They have to. And I'm just very, very surprised that Disney was not prepared. So they got slammed. They didn't have enough alcohol behind the bar. The manager finally went and got bottles, I guess, from other places, Enchanted Roses upstairs, Citricos is upstairs, and they have full bars there. I'm thinking she went and got, because she came down with all kinds of mixers for other cocktails, because they really didn't have a lot besides their set menu. And people were asking for, what kind of tequila do you have? And she's like, oh, I don't have any tequila. But then she went and got some probably from upstairs. Okay. And so they really weren't prepared.
So they weren't even fully stocked then?
No. No. And so then they were making drinks, and they don't have a soda fountain. So like if you're not drinking alcohol, like I didn't drink alcohol this week, and I had the iced tea. They have an iced tea on the menu. It's a blueberry iced tea with mint. It's unsweetened, but the blueberry gives it a little flavor, and it was really good and super refreshing. And I would recommend it if you don't drink alcohol, but they will add alcohol to it. They were like, because they put it in a different kind of glass so they know it's alcoholic, and
right. Yeah.
And
right. Yeah. Uncle Dave's water. Bring that.
Yeah.
In.
Yeah.
Boom.
But it was really, really good. I had a few of those.
And what was the price tag on that?
That was $8. It was $8.
Okay, well that's not bad.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, because normally you get some of these mocktails and the price is almost the same as they are with alcohol.
Right.
At some other locations.
Yeah.
So that's not bad. Okay.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It was good. Like I said, but I said they don't have a soda. They don't have the soda.
So no carbonated water or nothing?
No. So, but I saw they had a can of Seagram's tonic water sitting. So they're like doing tonic out of the can.
No.
Well, and that they're doing, if you order something on, vodka and soda, they're going to give you Seagram's out of the can, which is fine. But it's just, I'm just shocked that they didn't put in a line with the soda line. That does.
Well, it is the Christmas season, and so the crowds are probably increasing.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this question. To me, when I saw that go up, at first I thought it doesn't look like it belongs there. For one, it looks like a big kiosk that they just kind of stuck there.
No, it's really beautiful. It's really well themed. I saw
some pictures, and it does look very nice. It does look very nice. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
How do you think the people staying there, because now once you
that's
say
what we
crowded
said
and packed, once people start finding out that it's cool and it's kind of a neat new thing, how do you think the people, if you're staying there, all these crowds now are going to affect people that are already there?
We talked about that because I have the complex that when I go to Grand Floridian, I don't belong there, and there were people that weren't dressed like Grand Floridian people. So, but I don't know. I don't know.
Say they look dressed like me. Is that what you're saying?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I don't know how they're going to react, and it takes up the whole lobby because you can sit on the couches, and they have servers that go around the lobby and take orders.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah. We were sitting at the bar, but we could have sat elsewhere.
How many seats are at the bar? Did you tell me already? Did you tell us already how many seats were at the bar?
Not as much as they could have at the bar. There's a lot of empty space at the bar. There's 5 on our side and 5 on the other side. And then, I don't know, maybe 16, 17, something like that.
That's quite large.
But
then.
the bar is big, like the front bar. We were on the side, but.
Okay. Can you walk up and just get a drink?
Yes. And they have a corner. And they need to make that line better. There's a corner where there's a cash register and people could walk up that corner and just do drinks. But there were people coming on the other side, on the other corner. And I think they should put seats there so that people don't do that. But they were taking the orders. It would be more orderly if they, But
do they have anything to eat? Is there any kind of bites there you can get? Or
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. No. It was really, but the funny thing was, okay, so they were not prepared. They didn't even have enough glassware. They were washing glasses like crazy. And it was like all hands on deck. They got cast members from the restaurants in the Grand Floridian. So we saw a chef from Citrico's drying glassware.
Oh my gosh.
And,
how long has it been there? Do you know?
I guess a week.
That's it? Oh, yeah, they're in trouble. They're going to have to do something.
Yeah.
And like you said, especially when the word really gets out and people start hearing about it, they're going to want to go. And did you notice if it was a lot of media and influencers?
No.
Mm-mm. I was going to say maybe that could be it too, but maybe not.
The other thing that we were talking about is, okay, so we know this year they're not putting up the Christmas tree. They're not putting up the gingerbread house. We don't know where, if they're ever going to, because we don't know, it kind of sticks out into the middle of the lobby, kind of right in front of where the tree goes. And the tree is humongous. And if they put the tree there in the middle of the lobby like it normally is, there's going to be no walking. You're not going to be able to walk on that side of the tree. There's going to be no through traffic there. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how that's going to work. As of Friday, when we were there was not even a hint of Christmas at the Grand Floridian. Not even like, I would have thought they would have had like the bunting, the garland on the, the different floors where nothing.
No. Oh, that's interesting.
So I don't know.
I don't know. It's not.
But I'm sure it'll be up soon. Whatever they're going to do. I'm sure they're going to do something. Mm-hmm. Even if they don't do the big tree this year. But
yeah, well, they're pretty good about getting it started right away. But I don't know. Is this the norm? I guess it is the norm that the resorts are kind of lagging behind the parks.
The resorts normally lag behind the parks, but that resort in particular is usually
like the first one to really get going right with the gingerbread. The contemporary gingerbread castle is up as of today, but on Friday, Jen had friends, or Rebecca had friends that went around to the different resorts looking for decorations, and it wasn't ready. They were building it. It wasn't open yet. Like, you could see the chef working on it, but it wasn't done. Mm-hmm. But I think as of today, it's done. I like the fact that they have servers and that you can go sit on the couch. So I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what they do at the Swan and Dolphin too. Yeah.
I like that. That's a good idea. I'm glad they did
Dolphin.
It. Well, interesting. Would you go back?
Yeah.
And hang out? Yeah. Well, that might be...
I would go back and sit in the lobby even.
Yeah, that might be a Crusher hangout spot now instead of contemporary.
Yeah, they'd love that.
Hey, let's break them in good. Let's show them a good time. They'd
love that. That we had plans for dinner that night at the cake bake shop, and our friend Rebecca was surprising our friend Deirdre. Deirdre thought it was just me and Tori coming, but it was actually me and Tori and Jen Pulliam, Rebecca, and Amanda Lamb. Deirdre didn't know that, and so that was a nice surprise for her to see. Yeah, because she thought she was going to wind up at that Food and Wine Classic event by herself, and she was kind of dreading going by herself because she just thought, why am I going to this thing by myself? But she didn't go by herself. She went with 5 of us, so it was good. So we went to Cake Bake Shop, and unfortunately, when I made the Cake Bake Shop reservation for five of us, because Amanda Lamb wasn't there yet, I made it for 5 of us, and I clicked 7 p.m. I clicked 7. I searched for 7 p.m. It spit back 7. It just spit back 7 a.m. And I clicked it, not realizing I had clicked 7 a.m.
Oh no!
And I realized a few weeks ago, like very close to the trip, what I had done, and I tried to modify it, and it wouldn't let me modify it. It would only give me a table for 4 and not a table for 5. And we thought, in our minds, we've never really had a problem with Disney seating one more person. And we thought, for sure, they'll let us 5 of us in. And they didn't. We got there and they said, we can't accommodate you, because they were having a private party that night and there was no place that could accommodate a party of 5.
Uh-oh.
So Jen Pulliam went and sat at the bar, and we felt terrible. We really felt terrible. Yeah.
Well, see, that's right up my alley, because I would just be going back and forth, hanging out with Jen for a little bit, going back to the table, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, that's you. That's you. Absolutely.
I like that. Yeah.
But I wasn't feeling any. I wanted soup that night, and it was chilly. I wanted soup, and there were like 3 soups on the menu, and I couldn't decide which one I wanted between 2 of them. So I just told the server, I'm just going to have one as an appetizer and one as an entree, and that's what so I had 2 soups.
That was smart. There you go. Hey, you know how to work around. That's a good workaround.
That was my dinner, 2 soups. But everybody else had stuff that we've all had before. Oh, no. Deirdre had the chicken piccata. And I have to talk about the chicken piccata because she let me taste a piece of the chicken. And Tori tasted it was over a bed of pasta with capers. It was really under-seasoned. There was no flavor at all. There was not a lick of salt on it. Deirdre had to keep squeezing lemon on it. And there was no salt on the table. I mean, she probably could have asked for it, but it was really, that's really the first loser dish I've seen at the Cake Bake Shop, like savory dish, was that.
Okay, noted.
So,
noted.
No chicken piccata, but the gumbo is delicious, they say.
Oh, so. Yeah, I can't wait to try that, because I love gumbo, a good gumbo.
Yeah. I think we didn't do dessert. Rebecca got a piece of cake to go, I think, and Yeah, there's a seasonal menu right now. There's seasonal treats, of course, for Christmas. So if that interests you, pepperminty things and gingerbready things, they've got them on the menu for a limited time. But I wasn't doing sweets that night, so.
Yeah.
But,
well, that's good. I'm glad Deirdre, she's a trooper. I mean, when she first met the group, I don't even know how she got in the group. But she used to go to the park by herself, solo all the time.
When she met Kurt, he said, "Oh, you can make friends in our group." And she said, "No, I don't want friends.
Yeah, she doesn't need any friends. And now she's got so many.
And that was the night we were going to go to Hollywood, and most of us crapped out. Jen Pulliam did go and see the Christmas display that I was talking about. And she said the park is decorated beautifully, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just was pooped.
Yeah, we're gonna be going this week. I think we leave tomorrow. Right. So we get to go into one park, and then after that we are blocked out. Right, because of Thanksgiving. Yeah, so we're going to Magic Kingdom, I believe it is. But I don't know. Yeah, so I'm excited. Normally Christmas, I'm kind of like birthdays. Christmas is I don't know. I just have a hard time with Christmas sometimes. I mean, I love it for the family and all that kind of stuff, and the kids and the grandkids. But it's like, you end up almost going broke to tell somebody you love them for Christmas. Yeah. It's just, people, I don't know. And it's not what it's about. This year, unlike many, many in the past, not your favorite Kessler, but that other Kessler, who calls me an old curmudgeon, and he's not wrong. I accidentally was scrolling through my radio. I normally don't listen to terrestrial radio. I listen to my phone, whatever. Mm-hmm. And some Christmas movie music came on, and I changed it, and then nothing was on, so I went back to Christmas music, and it was kind of a good one. I forget what, I think it was George Michael or something. It was a good one. And so I listened to it, and I found myself, Toni-Ann, like bobbing, and I was like, man, this is a good song. And then another good one came on. I'm like, wow, I feel like I'm kind of getting in the Christmas spirit, which is unlike me. So I just kind of let it go. I let it go. Then I went and did my errands, and I came back, got in the truck, and I turned the music back on, and it was the cute Christmas music, and I left it on. I found myself bobbing and going, man, I'm singing along. I'm like, I think I've changed. I think I'm changing, Toni-Ann.
Wow.
I'm not the Grinch. Wow. I mean, I don't know who the Cindy Lou Who is. Maybe it's the radio station. I don't know which one. I don't know. But somebody's helping me, because now every time I go to my truck, I turn it right to the Christmas music now. Wow.
Well, the decorations will be up in Magic Kingdom when you go there, so that's good.
Yes, good.
But anyway, so that was it. That night we went back. We stayed at Saratoga, and Deirdre's at Copper Creek. So, and I think she is in the dungeon that we were talking about. I think she's in the dungeon.
Maybe that's where I'll be. Yeah. We'll see.
The next morning, Rebecca, Tori, and Amanda went for a run. They ran to Disney Springs. Jen Pulliam and I walked from our room to Disney Springs, and we went to breakfast. We went to breakfast at Summer House. It was brunch. It was 9:45, but they have a brunch menu. So like I had a Cobb salad, which was really good. And I think some people had breakfast things, some people had lunch things, but it was good. We were there though for 2 hours. We looked up and it was like almost 1:00 in the afternoon. It was like, what the heck happened?
Yeah, that happens a lot with our group when we get together.
And the funny thing is Tori had made the reservation for 9:45 a.m., or she thought she did. And we got there, her reservation wasn't there, and she had made it for 9:45 p.m.
Oh, kind of like what you did in reverse.
Yeah. But exactly. But they did seat us though.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah. So, that was good though. I went back to Saratoga because what had happened was they went out for a run, and so we all overslept a little bit, and none of us had showered at that point. So then we went back to the hotel and kind of got ready and dressed and stuff for the day, and we really had a really lazy day because by then it was after 1:00, and we had known we were going to this Food and Wine Classic at the Swan and Dolphin, and that we wanted to be there by like 4:30-ish to check in early. But so we just kind of wound up not going to any parks. We just kind of hung out. Some people stayed in Disney Springs and did their thing, and me and Tori hung out in the room and hung out a little bit. And then we all got ready and went to the Food and Wine Classic
Now, let me ask you this. Did you
Swan
guys,
Dolphin.
let me ask you this. Did you guys keep that from Deirdre too, or did you let her know ahead of time that you were going?
No, she's the one. She originally had bought a ticket for it, and she had said to me, are you going to go?
Mm-hmm.
And I really wasn't planning on going, and you told me I should go.
Mm-hmm.
But
I know the other girl, I thought didn't we talk about this, that some of the other girls weren't going to say anything and surprise her?
Yeah, they did surprise. So we all went.
Good.
We all went. So we really didn't realize how big this thing is. So I'm going to tell you, the tickets were $210, and we all kind of took a hard gulp when we bought these tickets. Like, I don't, they had already bought their flights and everything, and then they went to buy the tickets, and they were like, "Oh, I thought the ticket was going to be like $100. I didn't realize it was going to be $210." It was $210.
Now, can you buy them the day of the event?
I don't know, because in the past it's sold out. I don't know if it's sold out this year. There was a really big amount of people there. It was a really big crowd. When we got there, there was a little bit of a line to get a wristband, but it moved really quick. And then as the night wore on, that line went down anyway. But so we wanted to get there early because we just wanted to make sure we got in, and we kind of really didn't need to get there that early. Because the event went on. It was a 4-hour event. It was from 5 to 9. And I think by 8 o'clock, we had pretty much tried everything we wanted to try. We didn't drink a lot. If you are a drinker, this event, you will make back your money in spades. There were 85 beverage places with different kinds of wine, spirits, beer. I mean, we only found one 0-proof tent, which kind of was disappointing because some of us weren't drinking. But there was coolers of Fiji water all over the place, so you could get as many bottles of Fiji water as you wanted, and there was one 0-proof booth. That's something I think that they could improve. But I think that this thing I think they get these vendors to come so that people try their wares. There were a lot of spirits. I was surprised. There was bourbon tents and vodka tents and gin tents, and so that was cool. And there were hard seltzers, and there was a whole beer garden with all different kinds of beer. There was a lot of alcohol to be had. They're very smart though, because when you arrive, you get a wristband and you're given a wine goblet. It's a plastic wine glass. And when you go to the booths, they fill that glass. You have to, so it's smart in two areas. It's smart because you can only get one drink at a time. You can't double fist. And it's smart because of cleanup. There's not all these cups laying around at the end of the night. Now, I will tell you, people did abandon these glasses like when they left. There were a lot of those glasses around to be had, but a lot of people took them as souvenirs. I have 2 of them because Tori, wasn't going to take hers. But I think that was smart because I did not see, for the amount of alcohol that was available there, I did not see anyone fall down drunk, belligerent. I didn't. Maybe I'm sure that I'm sure there's that story that Cindy got too much wine.
Of course, somewhere, yeah. There's always one in the crowd. Come on.
We didn't see any sloppy drunks in our travels around the place. There was also, besides the 85, Michael's here.
And
hi, Mike.
This is Michael's minute.
Yeah. Michael, did you eat something you're allergic
5
to?
minutes.
Because your eyes look swollen.
No.
No, you didn't? You feel okay? All right.
The bar says so. Wow, yes.
You're out of milk? All right, I'll order some milk. I'll get some milk delivered.
Yes.
And grapes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, close the door. Can you lock it for me? What?
Okay.
You're out of milk again. Okay, I'll get you milk. When I left, there was a whole gallon.
Yeah.
I know you're out of grapes. I know. Okay, close the door. So besides 85 alcohol booths, there were 27 food booths. And a lot of these booths had more than one thing. Let me just say, especially the alcohol booths, they all had more than one item to try. Most of the food booths had one item to try, but some of them had multiple items to try. I can't even tell you everything we had. There were chili dogs. There were pork belly bao. There was shrimp. There was meat, like tenderloin on a stick. There was beef cheeks. There was a whole Asian area where they had all kinds of pot stickers and noodles and different things. I can't even, I have the menu here, but it's so extensive.
Did the shrimp have the skin, the shell on them?
No.
Oh,
no.
Tori was probably very upset about that.
Yeah, but the shrimp was one of the best things we had all night. But this is
Really?
the menu I'm going to show you, Dave. It was huge.
Wow, that looks like a big Disney map.
We didn't even realize, like, it went down towards the boardwalk and around the corner into this little grassy area. Then it went down the whole Swan walkway to where the Swan pool is, down further almost to the Dolphin, the big grotto pool. There was a Florida section back there with like a band playing Jimmy Buffett music. We kept calling it Johnny Buffett because it wasn't really Jimmy Buffett. Well, Jimmy Buffett isn't with us anymore. But so there's a Florida section with Florida stuff. There was a beer garden section with beers and more bar type food. There were wings and nachos and corn dogs and yeah. There was a champagne section. It was the bubble room and it had little canapes. So there were lots of little bites to try. You could just fill your plate with the canapes. Oh, Michael's back. What's he got? A frozen pizza. No, you're not having that tonight.
Why?
Because you're not. Because you had pizza yesterday. Yeah. Okay. Am I going to have to lock the door?
Fine. Sisters.
We'll have what instead?
Sisters.
I'll make something.
I can't believe you don't want him to have bathroom pizza. That's terrible.
No. The food is, there were all kinds of pastries too. The pastries were unremarkable from Tori. By the time we got to pastries, I was done for the night, but Tori tried them as the chef in the group.
Of course,
and
yeah.
They were not remarkable.
She didn't give him high marks, huh? Okay.
No.
But all the other food, all the steak, all the other stuff was adequate? Good?
There was red wine braised Wagyu short rib, which kind of pot roasty, actually. We had the smoked Wagyu beef cheek was one of the best things we had. That was really good. There was fried rice, which was unremarkable. There were Asian fried spare ribs. Those were good. Those were on par with Morimoto's spare ribs.
Ooh, you're saying something right there then.
Yeah. The pork belly bao was good. They were going crazy over the mini chili dogs. Some of our friends had multiple of those. Arancini, which is like a rice ball. Those were good. Kimonos had blue crab. It was a sushi, I think, though. I think that was a sushi. There was a green falafel, which was the loser of the whole night. It was, you couldn't put your fork in it. It just was dry and awful. Yeah. There was a steak melt, like a small miniature version of a Philly cheesesteak. There were, from Rosa Mexicano, there were fried corn ribs, which are like where they take the corn in the corn on the cob and cut it into ribs. Some kind of masa patty with chicken, and a chips and salsa bar. The Chinese section had pan-fried dumplings, shrimp and pork, shumain, which was a noodle dish, pan-fried zucchini and scallion pancakes, which were unremarkable, and steamed sticky rice shumai, which was gross. It was stuck to not good. It was not good. By the time we got to Florida, we were kind of full. So we did try the Florida things. I think the winner there was the Gulf shrimp. They had oyster sliders that I don't think anybody ate. There was citrus habanero marinated crispy pork shoulder. I don't know that I think it was on the table, but I don't think I tried it. And an orange peeled beef tenderloin on a skewer. And like I said, that was really tough. Chicken wings were really good. No neck nachos were nachos. Smashed fingerling potatoes. Those were good. And then all the little canapes. And then the sweets. Of the sweets, it's my understanding that the ice cream, there was corn flavored ice cream that
Oh, that doesn't sound
apparently it was the best thing they tried.
good. Interesting. Got some weirdos in that group.
There were a lot of desserts. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 desserts. But I wasn't feeling dessert. But if you are somebody who likes wine, you would be in heaven. I think there was a lot. Most of the wines were California wines, but there were some from Italy, France, Argentina. There was a sake booth. Yeah, there was a Maker's Mark booth.
Well, Maker's Mark, that's a good brand.
Yeah, that was good. Deirdre liked that.
Did they have any, in the Florida booths, did they have any Siesta Key rum?
I'm looking. High Noon vodka, Tip Top cocktails, beer and cider, seltzers. I don't know.
Did they have any Siesta Key rum?
Kraken rum.
Did they have any Siesta Key rum at the Grand Floridian at the Perch?
I don't know.
You don't know. You're just.
They had a section with 4 different kinds of sparkling champagne type things, but not champagne. It looks like they were all sparkling wines. Wine from Oregon, Washington.
Well, Florida's not
St.
really known
Augustine
for its
distillery
wine.
cocktails.
Florida's not really known for its wine.
No. St. Augustine distillery cocktails, beach whiskey canned cocktails. So yeah, a lot of spirits. And then Lyre, which is the alcohol, zero proof alcohol. They make zero proof alcohols. They had a booth, and we had their version of an Aperol Spritz, which was I thought it was really, really good. But I like an Aperol Spritz though. So yeah, there was High Noon. There was different kinds. There were different spirits though. I saw other things. Hard vodka, hard Bluebird, hard water vodka, hard water tequila. Yeah, but if you drink, yeah, you definitely get your money's worth.
Okay, so
but we think we got our money's worth in food. I mean, we tried everything, but there were 6 of us. We kind of divided and conquered. There were plenty of tables to be had, and some had chairs and some were high tops. But if you needed to sit, you could sit. There was plenty of tables. Yeah, it was a really good experience. I think I got my money's worth. I think it would be a lot of fun if you go with a group.
Well, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw Gina Simpson was there.
Oh,
she had
cool.
gone both nights.
Hey, Gina Simpson.
Michael's singing Christmas.
Oh, see, now he could be my Cindy Lou Who.
Except he's singing, instead of Where Are You Christmas, he's singing Where Are You Five. He's singing about Five Below right now.
Oh.
But
that was it. He just came in and sang about Five Below and he's gone. That was it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw Gina. She had gone to both nights. She said they went last year and felt like they couldn't try everything in one night. And I could see that. If you're 2 people, it probably is hard to do it all in one night. But like I said, we divided and conquered. I will also say that as the night wore on, there were some lines. They moved pretty fast. But as the night wore on, the lines died down big time because I think people get full and you could just walk up with no wait, for anything.
Now, do they adjust the price if you go a second day or is it?
No. Oh yeah, there's a deal. It's instead of $210, I think it's $189 if you if you buy a 2-day ticket, like $189 each.
Okay.
December, why can't I found you? December.
What do you mean, Simba? You want to watch Lion King?
December.
Oh, December? Where are you, December? It's coming. It'll be here before you know it, Mike.
December, why can't I found you?
You have a great singing voice, Mike.
Yes.
All right. Can you give me like 10 more minutes to talk to Uncle Dave?
Where are you, Christmas? Why can't I found you?
I love you. All right, go ahead. Give me 10 minutes and I'll be right out with you.
Christmas, why can't I feel
He's not going to go.
Well, there you go. He could be my Cindy Lou Who.
December?
Oh, he is my Cindy Lou Who.
Okay, dude, can you give me 10 minutes?
December.
He's a broken. He just says that one line. Okay, come on, go.
Why can't I feel you?
Do I need to be the Grinch?
Okay, he left again. I don't know what to say. Oh, so yeah, if you go 2 nights, it's like $189 a night. And I have the dates for next year if anybody's interested. It is November 20th and November 21st of 2026 will be the next year's event. So
Would you do it
it'll
again?
I would if people were going to go.
Okay.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it makes it more
Right.
enjoyable when you have friends go
Yeah.
with you, I think.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was fun. And then some of the girls were going to go see the French movie, but because we were done before we were done well before 9:00 and they were going to go see the French movie, but I was going back to the room and then everybody wound up crapping out except Deirdre because Deirdre's a ride or die French movie person.
She is. Yeah, she's got to see that. Her trip will not be complete unless she sees it.
Sees Impressions de France, right? So
That's right.
yeah, but we had a good time. So everybody was leaving early. Rebecca left before the break of dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Jen left early, and then Amanda Lamb was leaving when we were leaving. So we made a reservation for a little known place. Not a lot of people talk about it. It's called Plancha. It is they only serve brunch on Sundays, and the other days of the week they only serve lunch. They are in the Four Seasons in Golden Oak, but in the golf club. So you don't even enter through the main Golden Oak entrance. There's another entrance closer to Fort Wilderness. So it's down a little. It's between Fort Wilderness and Golden Oak. Mm-hmm. It's a separate entrance. And you take that and the road ends at the golf club. So you can't go any further. You can't miss it. There's a parking lot and a building that doesn't look like there's a restaurant in there, but there's a restaurant in there. And it was nice. The thing that
was some good indirections. You're like Google Maps. That was good.
I found out because Deirdre told me to make a left at the light, and I said, no, it's in Golden Oak. I got to go straight. And I went up to Golden Oak, and I went up to the guard, and he said, no, you have to go back out. And Deirdre was right, but Deirdre was looking at Google, so I'm not like Google Maps. I didn't listen to Google Maps.
Okay. I stand corrected.
I thought I was smarter than Google Maps, and I wasn't. So, yeah. But the brunch is lovely. The brunch menu it's very Latin leaning, the flavors and stuff. A lot of things made with plantains. And wait a minute, I just want to find the brunch menu. Yeah, there's a lot of Latin inspired things. I had a mushroom and goat cheese frittata, which was truffle, mushroom, goat cheese, spinach, caramelized onions, tomato, black beans, cilantro. I asked for no cilantro.
Oh,
with a smoked jalapeno romesco, which was kind of drizzled over.
Gosh, that sounds like right up my alley.
It was really, really good.
Wow.
It was interesting though, the way that frittata, it was almost compartmentalized where like there was one section that had black beans, there was one section that had caramelized onions, one section that had tomato, it was very, instead of mixing it all up, like it was, that was a little weird to me, but it was really good. It was really good. But Deirdre had the winner of and I was going back and forth between hers and mine, what I ordered and what she ordered. She ordered the Cuban omelet, which was everything that's in a Cuban sandwich, but it was in an omelet. The pickles, the Swiss cheese, the ham, the roasted pork. It was really good. I never thought of putting everything that's in a Cuban in an omelet.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, there was a pizza place in Sarasota that used to do Cuban pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so good. Oh gosh. Yeah. Oh yeah, the mustard. It was just so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was our top. It was their top. It was their top seller.
Yeah, I bet. I think if I went back, I'd get that. Tori got a salad and a basket of pastries of guava. Yeah, guava pastries. with like there was cream cheese on the side, and if you put the cream cheese on the pastry, it's kind of like having a cheese Danish, like if you ever had a fruit and cheese Danish, it's kind of like that. But you could tell those were house made. Those were not like from Publix that they brought in or anything. Everything was really good. The one thing that was weird was when we arrived, we saw they opened up the restaurant because it opened at 10 when we had our reservation. The restaurant is very cute. It's really it's really nice and I can't explain it, but inviting. And then they asked us if we wanted to sit outside or inside, and I thought we'd be too cold outside. But truthfully, it was freezing inside. We probably would have had a nicer time outside, but we weren't thinking that at the time. And they wound up walking us through the really cute dining room where they were seating other people, and they seated us in what looked like a banquet room. And there were these big golden tablecloths that were too big for the table that our chairs kept dragging on and getting. It was weird. Are you
kidding me?
But they had these big round tables like for a wedding, like you would have, like you seat 10 or 12 people at. Mm-hmm. So if you ever want to go with the crowd. And then as we were sitting there, a lot of people were, when we first got there was like nobody. And we're like, oh, we didn't really need a reservation. But then that we did, because it really did fill in. And there were multiple parties sitting at those big tables, like families celebrating things. You could tell it was like they had birthday presents and stuff. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it is known. The thing that I've seen about it on TikTok that it's known for, they have bottomless mimosas. Now, none of us were drinking, but I think if you were having a bottomless mimosa, and I think I see the attraction there, because the food was excellent. I said to Tori, I said, this chef is wasted in this place because all the food was really good. And she said, well, maybe he just wants to take it easy. Maybe he just,
he likes what he's doing. Maybe. Yeah.
Hi, Mike.
It's us, Dave. It's us, Dave.
Tell Disney that you saw Dave. Every time you go to Disney, you see Dave?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that's true because we haven't been to Disney with Dave in a long time.
Well, he's trying to tell you something. Got to get back to Disney.
Birthday, Dave.
Yes, happy birthday. Your birthday's not until January, dude.
Birthday, Dave. Aww.
Is that your way of saying you want Dave to go on your birthday?
Dear Mike, birthday, Dave.
Okay. All right.
Dear Mike, birthday, Dave.
Aww.
P.S. P.S. Good night.
Good night. So, and all the there was a cocktail menu that was beautiful. Like all the cocktails looked amazing, and as you saw them going past, and they all looked amazing. Everything looked great. Now we didn't really partake. We were all savory brunch people, but I saw go by cinnamon roll pancakes, chicken and waffles, French toast with sweet plantains, Belgian wine. I mean, and then if you're not into that, they had croque madame, a Cuban sandwich, a breakfast burger. So yeah, there was salads and there's something for everyone for brunch. It was
it sounds like a very what do I say, eclectic menu?
Yeah, it was really an eclectic menu. Yeah, it was. And so I would go back. You have to, be willing to take because it doesn't open till 10. For brunch it's only on Sundays they do it. You're going to get to the park late if you're going to the park that day. Mm-hmm. They're also open for lunch during the week, and the lunch menu looks good too. I mean, it looks like, again, very Latin leaning, but there's also food for other people too. There's a burger, and I would go back.
Cool.
And you've got, if you don't have a car, I drove my car there. Mm-hmm. You'd take an Uber, but you'd have to make sure that you put Plancha or the golf club in your GPS so that the driver takes you to the right place. Because it's not in the Golden Oak entrance.
All right.
It's a different
We're going to have to make a reset for your Google.
Yeah.
You and your Google.
And that was it. Then I dropped Deirdre and Tori off at Animal Kingdom, and I went home.
Oh.
So that was my weekend.
Wow. Sounds like a great weekend.
It really was. It was a great weekend. So
and no old curmudgeons or guys around, just the girls.
It was just the ladies.
Yeah, that's
Actually, I feel bad because Chris Futrell was in the parks this weekend, and he had sent me this really intimidating spreadsheet a few weeks ago when he heard that we were going to be there too. And I was like, I don't see that he has any time for us. So I didn't bother him. And he just messaged me and said, are you still here? And I was like, no, I'm home. And he was like, you didn't come find me? You didn't tell me? He said, I would have come and found you if you told me where you were. But I didn't. I thought he was too busy on his old-fashioned tour.
Mm-hmm.
But
it would have been nice to be able to see him. But
I'll see him again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Toni-Ann. Well, thanks for that. That was good.
You're welcome.
And next week, I'll share my trip. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
A lot of heavy trip reports lately.
I hope you get over to Animal Kingdom to see the Zootopia show.
No, I'm not going to make it.
At least four times I said I was going to do it.
Yeah, we can't. I think we're doing Magic Kingdom, and we're blocked out after that, so we won't be able to see it either.
Okay.
Unless we somehow go from Magic Kingdom and then hop over there to it. It's possible. We'll see how it goes. We'll see.
All right.
It's all what Deirdre wants to do. It's this, whatever she wants.
Whatever Deirdre wants.
Whatever Deirdre wants, she gets. So that's the way it's going to go. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this week's Disney Crush podcast. Thank you. We'll see you guys same time, same place next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.
I think that's it. All right.
Turkey and truth has spoken!
Put a check on that. Can you do that, Dave? Can you put a check on that one?